GC8, GF8, GDA, GGA. What do these letters and numbers mean? And why is that car giving me the angry eyes? Rightio guys, let's get back to the basics. Here in Australia, the first 3 digits of your VIN represent where the car was manufactured. For the Subaru, they start with JF1 or JF2, as there's 2 different factories in Japan that build them. After those 3, we have the model digit, which today, as we're talking about the Impreza, is the letter G, followed by the series, which changes each generation, whether it's a sedan or hatch. C, D, E, and V represent the sedan codes for the 1st to 3rd generation. E and V are both 3rd generation, but are for the narrow and wide body variant, respectively. And then for the hatches, we have F, G, H, and R. And as before, H and R are for the wide and narrow body variants of the hatches. And the last digit I'm going to talk about is the 6, which is in reference to the motor. In the 1st generation, it's listed by a number, representing capacity, but later generations have got a bit more confusing, using numbers and letters to distinguish between many different motor variants. Hence the GC8 and GDA. The GC8 standing for Impreza Sedan 2-litre, and then the GDA standing for Impreza Sedan 2-litre, but being the 2nd generation, whereas the GC8 is the 1st. So now all the technical stuff's out of the way, let's see a picture of all the different models. This here is the list of names and nicknames that the Americans have given these cars. So for the GC and GF models, they lasted around 8 years and had 3 different faces. These were all known as either the classic Impreza or the angry eye, mean eye, which there's a few still giving me dirty looks. We have the 93 to 96, we have the 96 to 98, and the 98 to 2000. As you can see, there's slight variance between them all, but most of these parts were interchangeable between each years. But if you wanted to swap, say, the headlights from the 99-2000 and put it on a 96 chassis, you'd have to go about changing the bonnet, the grille, and the headlights just to make it fit. But the front bar would still work. And that's one of the big positives. The other positive was the fact that you could change out the front bar and the rear bar between all 8-year models, as they all bolted on, and there was no difference between the hatch and the sedan. And I guess before I get in trouble, I should mention the code GM8, which is the Australian delivered version 5 STI Coupe, or what most people know it more as the 2-door. In Australia, these are rare, as there was only this model and the Holy Grail, being the 22B, that came available as a coupe or 2-door. Whereas in the United States, they were lucky and they got them as a base model 2.5 NA. Next came the GD and GD model. I just said that twice. Next came the GD and GG model, which was also split into 3 variants. In 2000 and 2002, we had the Bug Eye. 2002 to 2005, we also had the Blow Eye, also known as the Peanut. And then 2005 to 2007, we had the Hawkeye, which also was referenced as the Pig Nose, or oddly enough, Nathan called it a Koala Nose. I don't know. But when it came to this model, things became a bit more interesting. Not all the parts were interchangeable, bar the basics such as the door, interior parts, and some of the mechanical parts. But the major difference between the sedan and hatch was the body styling. The sedans had a factory wide body compared to the hatches that had a narrow body. It was a common issue where we had customers coming in wanting to get a bar for a hatch, but asking for a bar for a sedan, and us having to explain that even though they look the same, they are very much different. But this is where most of our personal experiences ended when it came to Imprezas. We did have 2 Generation 3 models, but these were known as the Stink Eye or Betty. These are the 2 ones we wrecked, and these are some prettier ones. Remember to join us on Thursday, 7:30pm for our 3P Garage Live on Facebook or Twitch, where we talk cars. Or join us Tuesday at 7pm for the Tech Happy Hour live stream at the Dot Mill over on Facebook or YouTube, where we answer your tech questions. Lately, the 3P Thursday has been a little interesting, to say the least. But yeah, all links will be down below. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're enjoying this. And yeah, thanks guys. See you. Yeah, I guess I should mention the Gen 4 Imprezas as well. I mean, they are the Raptor Eye or the Evo Eye, as you can see, but no.